Hey guys, Ashley here for Real Buyer Agency and John L. Scott Bothell. Here with June's monthly market update for the residential real estate markets of King and Snohomish counties, Washington. In this video, we'll look at the market statistics and contributing data that ran through the month of May, briefly checking in on how 30-year fixed mortgage rates trended nationally, before moving on to look at key local market data that was sourced directly from this month's Northwest MLS public release. In these videos, we attempt to break down a handful of charts in a little detail before providing a complete summary of the current market outlook at the very end. If you just need some quick info on one specific market aspect, or you just like a summary of the current market as a whole, please feel free to skip ahead to the relevant section. Depending on which platform you are watching this on, you will find detailed chapters and timestamps on the video timeline and in the description below. All right then, that said, let's get started.
Okay, so we'll start off like normal, looking at the average 30-year fixed mortgage rates. These are weekly averages provided every Thursday by Freddie Mac. So the average for the first week of May, reported May the 6th, was 2.96%. And then the following week, May the 13th, was 2.94%. Then for the week ending May 20th, we averaged 3%. Then finally, our last reported date in May was Thursday, May the 27th, where we dropped down 5 basis points to 2.95%. At the time of recording, we already have 3 recorded numbers for June. So the week ending Thursday, June the 3rd, was reported 2.99%, so back up 4 basis points from the previous week. Then on June the 10th, it was 2.96%, and the week ending June the 17th, it's just dropped down to 2.93%. Okay, moving on to local data. Newly active listings. For the month of May, King County had 4,372 newly active listings, and Snohomish County had 1,757 newly active listings. In King County, that meant a month-to-month decrease of approximately 5%, and in Snohomish County, that meant a month-to-month decrease of approximately 7.43%. When we compare this May versus May last year, however, we can see that King County's newly active listings are actually up 21.95%, while Snohomish County's were up 17.60%. However, something important to bear in mind is that in May 2020, we were at considerably lower than normal listing levels, predominantly on the basis of concerns about how to approach the situation on the ground with listed properties in the environment of COVID-19. Total active listings. For the month of May, King County had 1,995 total active listings at the end of the month, and Snohomish County had 500 total active listings at the end of the month. In King County, this meant a month-to-month decrease of 9.81% approximately, and in Snohomish County, this meant a month-to-month decrease of approximately 20.89%. When we compare this May versus May of 2020, we can see that in King County, the total active listings on the market at the end of the month were actually down 42.46%. And in Snohomish County, they were down 59.77%. Both these figures give us a stark demonstration of just how much lower our inventory is now versus this time last year. And this time last year, it was also, in historic terms, extremely low. So that gives you an idea of just how short we are of inventory currently on the market here in King and Snohomish and actually across Washington. Okay, moving on to pending sales. For the month of May, there were 4,379 total pending sales in King County, and Snohomish County had 1,886. Total pending sales here account for properties that went pending during the month, non-inclusive of pendings that run over from the previous month, with any property that may have gone pending more than once during the month only being counted that single time. In King County, this meant there was a month-to-month increase in pending sales of approximately 10.11%. And in Snohomish County, there was a month-to-month adjustment of approximately 15.71%. When we compare this May versus May of 2020, we can see that in King County, pending sales are actually up by approximately 30.41%, so that's 30.41%, while in comparison in Snohomish County, they're up by a flat 13%, 13.00%. Clearly we can see here that pending sales are up substantially, both month to month and year over year. So while there were brief periods over the last couple of months where it looked like while the market was still going to stay extremely hot, still plenty of buyers in the market and plenty of demand relative to anyone looking to sell, it did look like perhaps things were coming into a little bit more of an equilibrium. But clearly through May, the data does not demonstrate that at all, just demonstrates consistently pending sales are up, inventory is down, and it's just more of the same for what we've really been seeing over the last 18 months to more broadly the last 4 years, even really since about 2014. Okay, moving over to price charts. For the month of May, King County's median listing price was $739,999, and Snohomish County's median listing price was $724,996. In King County, this meant a month-to-month decrease in terms of listing prices of approximately 1.33%. And in Snohomish County, this meant a month-to-month increase in terms of listing prices of approximately 7.41%. When we compare this May versus May of last year, we can see that in King County, the median listing price has dropped approximately 1.33%, which interestingly is exactly the same as the month-to-month. I've double-checked, and that is not a mistake. And in comparison, Snohomish County's list price is actually up year over year by approximately 21.03%. Finally, last but not least, median closing sales prices. So for the month of May, King County's median closing sales price was $775,000, and Snohomish County's median sales price was $655,000. In King County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 3.33%, and in Snohomish County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 3.97%. When we compare this May versus May of 2020, we can see that in King County, the median sales price has actually risen by approximately 23.60%. And in comparison, in Snohomish County, the median closing sales price is actually up 32.86%. So just absolutely massive appreciation all around here in terms of closing sales prices. With the pending rates up and interest rates kind of hovering where they are and inventory consistently down, this kind of rise in prices shows no real sign of slowing anytime soon. Last month it was looking like maybe pending rates were dropping off a little bit and inventory was coming up a little bit, and in terms of new listings, and that we would hope perhaps to start to see this leveling off, particularly over the last couple of months. It had at moments looked like maybe buyer demand was waning just fractionally and more new listings were coming to market relatively. And so we might have seen something akin to a leveling off of the appreciated price points. But May's data just, again, shows us that it's crazy hot. And yeah, we're running out of houses and we have consistently extremely high demand for purchases. So if you're looking to sell a house, is an excellent time to do so. If you're looking to buy a house, you probably need to be competitive in your outlook and possibly patient in terms of you will almost certainly need to write on more than one house. Even if you find the house you love, you're almost certainly going to be in a multiple offer situation. Obviously, just consult with your listing broker and take on their advice on board as much as you can. Of course, always doing your own individual due diligence.
So in summary, the residential real estate market in both King and Snohomish counties for the next few weeks should continue to see dramatically low numbers of listings available relative to buyer demand. This, accompanied by the fact that 30-year fixed mortgage rates appear to still be hovering around what is, in historical terms, an extremely attractive number of 3%, means that for the next few weeks at least, we should continue to expect rising competition for properties and rising sales prices. Indeed, we should expect over the coming weeks the rate of sales prices to continue to uptick quite substantially, further compounding on the truly dramatic price appreciation we've seen over the last 18 months. In short, if you're looking to buy in the current market, bring persistence to your home hunt. Be ready to encounter strong competition and be flexible where possible in your negotiations. If you are considering selling at all, now may be the perfect time. As a seller, the current marketplace allows you to negotiate a sale from an extremely strong position and gives the potential for you to not only obtain an all-time high price for your property, but also to direct other variable terms of the sales contract towards your preference. Okay then, that does it for our June market update. Please hit the like button if you found this video useful, and subscribe to the page or the channel, and feel free to reach out with any questions. Otherwise, I hope this finds you well. I hope you're all having an excellent start to this beautiful summer. And as always, stay safe out there and have a great one.